Oh, that's good, Swiftles.
In 1991, a man was born. A man who would later grow up to become the legendary Swifto, and who would create possibly the best YouTube channel ever to come out of the west of Scotland. This man was David Peterson.
Hello, I am David Peterson and welcome to this video documentary where we will be celebrating 5 years of ChannelSwifts. Join me and a few other fine fellows as we take a look back on the history of ChannelSwifts and our fond memories. Welcome.
This is the story of ChannelSwifts. As a young boy, David travelled round the islands of Western Scotland, terrorising the locals with his skills in black magic. As it turns out, this magic was actually what we would call modern technology. They'd just never seen a Game Boy before. Inspired by these simple folks' lack of intelligence, David then set up a scheme to manipulate people to do his bidding. He then became El Cato, a godlike being. Teaching the good book of El Cato to his loyal servants, he aimed to brainwash an army of followers to take over the world.
Many people say that I was wrong to do what I did, but you see, I gave the people what they wanted. You see, these were people, very simple people that they don't have any education, or they don't really think the same way that us superior people think. But I gave them hope. I gave them a chance to be something, to make something of their lives. And I think that's what the Church of El Cato was all about. I really did try my best to help. These rumours that I was some sort of evil dictator and a harsh leader to the people, forcing them basically to do slave labour and making them live in pretty bad living conditions, they're completely unfounded. It's all made up bollocks, probably started by the El Doggos to make me look bad, but I can assure you, I was never a bad leader.
However, his plans were foiled when a holy war broke out between the Church of El Cato and the cult of El Doggo. The leader of the El Doggos was an evil savage maniac, and a good friend of David's.
The El Cato and El Doggo religion. Well, just to clarify, El Doggo was first. It's on film. It works now. And after a while, it just kept building up and up until myth became fact, and here and there, and suddenly we had a bloody religion. Well, you know, holy wars never do well, do they? Everyone gets fucked on either side, you know?
Both sides suffered severe losses, and soon the Church of El Cato collapsed into nothing more than a bad furball.
There were difficult times for me after the fall of the Church of El Cato. I didn't really know what to do after that. I spent most of my time just sitting around being lazy.
With no money and no followers, David got desperate and tried all he could to find a way out of his depressing situation. Then, late one night, when searching for breadstick hentai, he found the answer.
I was really struggling to find a way to make money for myself with it. Then, in 2008, I stumbled across a thing called YouTube, which, well, I saw this as an opportunity to make some money. If I could make some videos and find people gullible enough to watch them, then I could make money for it. That was my main reason for joining YouTube.
And so, on the 27th of February 2010, ChannelSwifts was born. El Cato then became El Swifto, and then just Swifto.
Well, I was no longer respected as the godlike being El Cato, so I had to come up with a new persona for myself. And, well, what I came up with was this character, Swifto. It was basically... Swifto is a character I basically made up to be the complete opposite of what El Cato was. He's the complete switch around, whereas El Cato was a godlike being with powers that to command over all people. I went on a different approach with Swiftos. He's a sort of, well, he's a bit of an idiot, and he's not the kind of guy you would trust to open a can of beans. He's sort of going for the whole sympathy route with him being such a pathetic character that maybe someone would take pity on him and subscribe to his channel. But Swifto is a complete character. He doesn't really represent me in any way. I mean, he's always so down on himself and has a very low opinion of himself, which of course is the complete opposite of me, because I am pretty much the bee's bollocks. I still think of myself as the god like El Cato, so I am pretty much God.
With its high production values and completely original video ideas, ChannelSwifts has become a massive hit with over 42 million subscribers.
What I think of it? Well, I would say it's a very underrated channel. It's been going for 5 years and it's got nowhere near enough subscribers, and it's a crime. And all you people out there that may be watching this that have not subscribed yet, get your finger out your arse and hit that subscribe button. Do it now.
Yeah, I watch ChannelSwifts. As an Englishman, I don't know why.
Hello there, my name is Jeremiah CORROTHERS. I am a very big fan of ChannelSwifts. It's my favourite YouTube channel and I've been watching it for every single day for 5 years.
This is the first of what we hope to be many episodes of Talking Bollocks. Yes, well, the first thing I did on ChannelSwifts was Talking Bollocks, which was a sort of talk show. It actually predates YouTube, you know. I first did it as a radio show with a gentleman known as Stephen Graham. Stephen Graham, would you like to introduce yourself?
No, you just introduced me.
Oh yes. Enough violence, man. So anyway, I also like...
One punch and punch you all those times.
I found Stephen to be an absolute prick, and I didn't enjoy his company at all, so it was clear that things needed changing. So immature.
I want to nip my nipple. Stop it! Fuck off! No, you bitches!
You broke the tail!
Talking Bollocks was then replaced with Swifto's Opinion.
It's Swifto's Opinion. It's kind of funny, Talking Bollocks was designed as a kind of talk show where we'd have different guests on, but I ended up just doing every episode with Stephen. But after that I decided that it was more important, my opinion was more important than anyone else's, because let's face it, it is. So that's when I decided to scrap Talking Bollocks and start doing Swifto's Opinion, which was all about me. Well, I have the ice cream tub of truth. That is right. Everything the ice cream tub wearer says is true. But then, funnily enough, that ended up becoming what Talking Bollocks was originally supposed to be, with different guests on it. How's the weather up there?
It's pretty chilly, to be honest. Kind of freezing.
Bit like Scotland then.
Yeah, exactly. But slightly less rain.
To my right is my guest. Again, Chris. Chris.
Here is Chris to talk about his time on Swifto's Opinion.
Well, at first I was a bit awkward, you know, cameras used to unnerve me. I appeared on as the Mad Hatter in my first episode.
Hello, Swifto here with my opinion, and also to help me with my opinion today is the one, the only,
Mad Hatter.
yes. He is mad and he has a hat.
And it was pretty fun, but the Mad Hatter thing didn't stick. I mean, the rest of the people in this place are woohoo. So I pretty much wouldn't stick out like a sore thumb. I'd just be blended in.
Dirty! I win.
You don't. But I've enjoyed my time, you know. It's been ups and downs, fun to produce. We're talking about the legal ones, aren't we? The legal videos.
Yeah.
We're gonna bloop that bit, aren't we, you know?
So I can run the show. Let's get some hookers, some pop.
I love Swifto's opinion videos. I love the guitar work in the intro. I wonder what devilishly handsome man did that. And I love all of his gameplays. He's got such a lovely collection, and it's always beautifully contrasted by his face in the foreground. And I can always see little games in the background here, and just think what a joyous little time it must be in Swifto's happy video game collecting room.
Hello, I am Swifto, and this is my opinion. Episode number 11. Today I want to talk about and give my opinion on Worms Armageddon for the PS1. I farted.
He's a funny guy, and also a very talented artist. He does all these little characters and stuff, and he's got a lot of good ideas. It's getting back to what I said earlier on, he's actually a very underrated guy, so...
But what are the opinions of the people who have worked with Swifto at ChannelSwifts?
I feel cheated by that bastard Swifto. He promised me that I would have my own show in ChannelSwifts, and that I would be rewarded handsomely for it. I desperately need that money to fund my plans to take over, I mean, for my new research. You see, I'm a scientist, a sort of inventor, and I have a new invention that will enhance the lives of men. Unfortunately, that bastard Swifto only gave me one show. It was shit. That was back in 2011. Breakfast. I hate doing washing up. At last it is complete. Since then, he made me the mascot of ChannelSwifts. He promised me that I would be paid for every video that I appeared in, but he only paid me once. That bastard. I want my money, damn it, and as far as I am concerned, Swifto can go and die. Soon I shall have control over his pathetic channel, and soon the entire world will be mine.
Although Joe feels cheated by Swifto, not everybody at ChannelSwifts feels the same way. Here is what Mr. BEARTON had to say on the matter.
Great evenings, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Emperor Swifto. Oh yes, the Emperor Swifto, I forgot about him. Well, you see, like many long-running TV shows and comic books, basically once the writers run out of the ideas, they come up with the opposite of the main character. The Emperor Swifto was supposed to be like an evil version of Swifto, sort of like his evil personality formed into one. It was a stupid idea. At ChannelSwifts we have many loyal slaves, workers, and one of them is here today to say a few words. Say that!
This is
Say it. Say it.
subscribe to him.
What was that?
Subscribe!
Very good, Stephen. I see you are completing your training. I have taught you well.
He only ever appeared in a couple of videos, and I realised it wasn't really working. I mean, it's such an obvious idea that many people have done before, like a evil version of the main characters. It's been done so many times, and, well, let's just say that the Emperor Swifto was just a one-off thing back in 2010, and he is never ever coming back. That I am sure of.
What do I think of Swifto? Well, that's a very interesting question because he's quite a handsome man. Yes, more handsome than my little Blastoise. He's such a strong-looking Scottish boy, and I always think, wouldn't it be fun to play a game of Smash with him? Or perhaps we could meet up and connect our link cables.
He's alright. Needs to be a bit more coherent, I think, sometimes. But it's quite good. He likes Red Dwarf. And I think that's pretty good that he likes Red Dwarf. So I'll give him time of day for that.
Oh, that guy makes my life a misery. Rawr. That Skylabak, he's really changed my life. He's mentally scarred, this man. I used to be a normal man like everyone else, really, but ever since I came across this channel, it's made me wear this mask and become a different person. And he's given me a really strange affliction. He's one guy that really needs to walk the plank. And that's what's going to happen to him. Yes, war. He's going to walk that plank. And he's going to walk that plank. That's the first thing I would ever do if I met him. I would make him walk me plank. And go in with the sharks.
I just wish we could take more charge with Swifto. I mean, we always end up back and forth. We spend more time debating with one another and then getting films done, you know? But seriously, Swifto off screen is a bit of a dick.
No, a little known fact about me is I'm actually English. Yeah. And then I started watching ChannelSwifts about 2 years ago or something like that. Then all of a sudden I developed this Scottish accent. I just don't know where it came from. It just comes, well, obviously it comes from just watching too many ChannelSwifts videos, so you end up picking up the accent.
I don't care very much, to be honest with you, so long as they remember to donate and like, comment and subscribe, all that usual stuff. Well, I'm pretty fine with the fans, so long as they remember to donate. As I said, there's a big donate button on the front of my YouTube channel. Get onto it.
If you ever got the chance to meet Swifto, what would you do? I would give him a big kick in the balls.
If I had a chance to meet Swifto, well, what do you think I would do? I would get myself a lovely big bowl of Swifto's Cilios, and we could share a bowl together. And that would be lovely.
He's got a lot of good ideas, like his advert for his cereal, Swiftios or whatever they're called.
I am Sane Swifto, and these are my Cilios. Each O is packed full of sugary silliness, secretly stuffed full of steroid yumminess, to make sure you're stronger, smarter, and of course, swifter.
I've been a big fan of the Swifto Cilios series. I've collected all the limited edition boxes. I eat the stuff morning, noon, and night time. And we could just sit there and sing Sane Swifto Cilios, tasty little O's. Come and get some Swiftos, tasty, brilliant little O's.
It's good Swiftos. The cereal's probably a little bit more interesting, to be honest.
Oh, that's good Swiftos.
With 5 years of ups and downs, it's hard to imagine what exciting things ChannelSwifts has in store for the future.
I hope the future is bright, and I hope more people subscribe, and I hope you get the recognition that you deserve, because you deserve more recognition.
What do I think the future holds for ChannelSwifts? Well, hopefully there might be a little bit of a collaboration with a certain Pokemon collector. Yes, I'd like to see a little bit of Jeremiah Carrothers on there, and I think we'd do some lovely videos together, and I could show him all the drawings that I've done of him. I've done some drawings of him touring Scotland walking, and ones of him playing on his Atari, and ones of him with a nice firm grip on a Game Boy Advance.
The future is bleak for Swifto, because once he walks that plank, he's going to swim with the fishies and be eaten by the sharks. O-R!
Yes, well, I'm very keen on promoting the channel, and for me it's all about the merchandise. Making more money is what it's all about for me. And speaking of merchandise, you can buy some pretty fantastic mugs with the Swifto logo on it, and t-shirts, jumpers, whatever you like. Channel Swift branded cereals such as Saint Swifto's Celios, I highly recommend you buy them. Oh yes, it's the best cereal that I've ever tasted for sure, and I highly recommend you buy like at least several tens of boxes. That would really help me out a lot. Basically, just give me your money and fuck off, that's all. That's pretty much what I want to say, and that's the end of the video, so yeah, money and fuck off.
Well, that's the story of ChannelSwifts. Happy birthday, ChannelSwifts! And remember, folks, as a wise yak once said, a Swifto will always leave you miffed-o. Sayonara!
What? Oh, that's the interview over, is it? Excellent. Now, that should completely ruin Swifto's reputation.